We are Team Oceanus. We will be developing interactive content for the 2012 World Expo in Yosu, Korea. In our project, we have 8 students working together from campuses in Pittsburgh and Osaka. In Pittsburgh, we have Cooper Yu, Mina Yu, and Lu Yu Wong. Our team members in Osaka are Juan Mendez, Omar Juarez, Tatiana Kuchebova, Andy Korzik, and Katie Smith. Our advisors are John Dessler and Salvador Barrera. We are partnering with GL Associates in Seoul, Korea, who is the main contractor at the World Expo site. The theme of the expo is the living ocean and coast. In this expo, expositions will be dealing with the ways to preserve the planet's health and marine ecosystems. The expo will run from May 12th to August 12th, 2012, and is expected to have almost 100,000 guests per day. Construction is currently underway for the expo's digital gallery, where our content will be presented. The digital gallery is a corridor street that connects the high-speed rail entrance and the gateway to town. The digital gallery will serve as the entrance to the expo and is an opportunity to set the theme for what is to come. Team Oceanus will be designing an experience for the people traveling through this street that will be displayed on the large LED ceiling above them. Similar to the Fremont experience in Vegas, the digital gallery will feature an expansive LED canopy. Hundreds of users will pass through it at a time as they make their way into the expo site. The experience will be about 5 to 15 minutes long and will take place many times during the day. By the end of the semester, we will have a detailed design document for the experience, along with prototype content that demonstrates the interaction. Additionally, we will research the best engines and methods for completing the project.
In addition to the deliverables previously stated, we also have a few goals in mind. Because this is the first semester in a 3-semester-long project, we want to build a strong foundation for future semesters to work off of. Additionally, we want to build a relationship with our client, GL Associates.
We researched 4 types of input methods: Twitter, smartphones, IR cameras, and microphones. From these 4, 2 were rolled out. We explored the possibility of using Twitter API as an input technology to allow guests to display their text on the ceiling. However, this kind of interaction was not viable. For the text to be readable on the LED screen, the font size would need to be very large. Just a very few guests would be able to see their tweets and interact with the system at one time. Smartphones usage is quite prevalent, and by 2012, the majority of guests will have their personal devices with them. Smartphones could easily be used as an input device. However, our client requested for our experience to have a group interaction. Smartphone application was ruled out since it would limit the experience to just an individual.
The reason we chose camera vision and sound input technologies is because they are appropriate to create random, massive interaction. We had 2 technology playtests to see the possibility of interactions. For the camera vision test, we chose IR technology. It's widely used in indoor interactions, such as multi-touch screens. Pittsburgh campus used several IR cameras with Community Core Vision software to test massive crowd detection at a distance. The playtest showed that detecting people's movement is possible, but we still need to supplement the errors and compensate the defects. Another piece of technology we chose to use in our project is a basic microphone. Osaka campus used microphones to test the possible interaction based on different aspects of sound, such as volume, pitch, and rhythm. In conclusion, volume levels and pitch detection are possible, but going further will require a more complicated setup. We also learned that we need to keep researching different methods of analyzing sound and integrating with engines, because it is a large obstacle any future team will have to overcome. If we can determine what the most effective methods are, it will tremendously help the future teams.
At quarter walk-arounds, we received a lot of valuable feedback, the main piece being that we need to establish agency with our users. For example, it's more important to get a small group engaged rather than to not have the entire crowd's full attention. What we really want is to get people involved in understanding the interaction. Because it's in a public space, we also need a fun, engaging experience, rather than just having cool technology. If the users are enjoying it, then our experience is successful. Additionally, because sound is such a key factor in similar experiences, we were reminded that sound is really important to engagement in this experience. Faculty also suggested that we check out other similar experiences, such as Fremont Street, and gauge viewers' reactions. And the Pittsburgh team will talk about that later.
Earlier this semester, we went to visit Seoul where we met with our client Jill Associates. We received blueprints of the expo as well as detailed information about the event. We learned that we are responsible for part of the interactive show, and we will need to ensure a seamless transition between our piece and the content other groups are creating. We also learned about the hardware specifications, which are still largely undecided, and that could be both good and bad. After our client meeting, we went to visit Yosu, the future side of the World Expo. We got familiar with the area and some traditional Korean mythology, which could be integrated as a possible theme element. We also have a trip planned to Suzhou, China to see firsthand the sky screen. So since very similar technology we're using in Korea, we might be able to test our prototype there. Next, we have Lou to talk about Pittsburgh's team trip to Las Vegas to check out the Fremont Street experience.